Burn it, boys! Shoot his face! Kill it!
Carnage. This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. It's locked.
This is no place for you.
He's mine! I'll take it! Take a breath of this! It's illegal! Die, vermin! Wicked bastards! Die, vermin!
I cannot enter. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Another beating, Barrett.
I will return later. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again. Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now. How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Goodbye, young man.
Everything would be better.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Next year will give you faith again.
No one's there.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never... Goodbye for now.
You again?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else. Whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you...
I'm not bothered.
Goodbye, young... So...
I'm not bothered. Is there only pain?
It's locked.
Is there only pain?
Pay me a glass, I'll jet. Pay me a bottle, and I'll be nasty.
Good evening, Christina. Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself, as... Good evening, miss.
It's fun.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane?
I don't like
So you...
none.
What do you mean?
All scientists are entangled in a war.
Quite a judgmental...
But you are seeking a...
Well, I suppose I can...
As a doctor, you must be aware.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally...
I have... Good evening.
It's fun.
Have you any friends? Any...
No. But I have it
You sent him on some preaching cruise.
as a true believer. Sam...
I have heard enough.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life.
What can you tell me about Comet?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear doctor.
I understand.
I don't care.
What are your thoughts?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu?
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way.
Most people fail to understand.
I'll leave you alone. Good evening, miss. I know what you're thinking. A tall, stranger. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I know you understand what I'm saying. Very well.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon.
What is a journalist doing in this?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth?
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and...
That's quite honorable of you.
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish...
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by...
I served in France. Our top priority...
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and...
Have you any idea of the danger you face?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied...
I must confess, some of...
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she...
Of course I do. Her story is exact...
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby? Goodbye, Mr. Darby. I cannot enter.
I'm cheap and
Take a look, don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
It's locked. I can't believe I'm doing this. Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Joe, please. I don't have your money. Come on.
More and more of these bloody leeches. He's smoke on fire.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have some...
What?
I retrieved your wallet.
Well, yeah.
Not at all.
Good.
Goodbye, Milton.
That was far.
I'm afraid...
Is that so?
Now it's...
Mashing.
I hadn't considered that.
Do be careful, my good doctor.
I'll return with case solved.
Hey, Doc.
Do you ever think about that poor fella?
The wound he gave me will make sure I'd...
What did he want?
I recently had to kill his brother. I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Doc.
That man was...
What a surprise.
How is your...
This is just shit.
What's...
Come on, Doc.
But you're alive.
What are you...
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
The police may be...
Well, how come you didn't turn me in?
I'll leave you for... Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye.
Hey!
How long?
Oh, no.
The police.
Well,
I'll leave you.
Hey!
Good evening.
Good evening.
How would...
It's Sue.
Nurse Hawkins,
I wish I could believe you.
you must...
Sorry.
Pepper, I know you're very close...
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins.
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey.
Goodbye, Nurse.
I'm quite...
If you have a...
Dr. Swan...
I know we...
Oh.
Aren't you too...
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance.
Since you're...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be
Other people may...
Conservative? And what are you...
And are you not...
Rivalry.
Thank you for your...
Good evening.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would
I don't think...
So you're...
No.
You're a wise...
No, Doctor.
Please show.
Of course.
I'm sorry that these sad and faded walls are all I have to offer.
I cannot enter.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
The matter of Lady Ashbury...
Oh, I know too much about this matter already.
I have met Lady...
She's a fascinating woman.
Is she the true reason you recruit?
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away.
Since I'm the one working...
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility...
Where do we stand?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of...
What do you expect?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier.
You mentioned something about a secret society.
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brother...
That explains your nightly wonder.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town.
Yet you don't fear me.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires...
As men of science, our first step is always to start...
The sun. The morning following my...
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend.
Must I take a life to...
You are a vampire. You feed, and...
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory...
He was a Skald, technically speaking.
Where do...
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a less...
Just for clarity.
A Skald is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable.
We'll see each other... It's locked, all right.
Go back home, idiots!
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. What?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys...
What can you tell?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us.
Well, you're not doing a very good job.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere.
More efficient. Really?
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't...
Goodbye. Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want, then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your...
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my Wet Boot Boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt.
I like people who know what they want and say what...
I'm not interested in a career in the...
Fair enough. Stay...
Since my...
That's exactly...
What can you...
You can't trust...
You sound like you're thinking of...
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every...
Looting corpses in a mass grave.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a...
Really? Don't you think that's a li...
Bastards. All of them.
Can I see...
As long as you have...
Good evening.
Hello again.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened
I don't know, and I don't care. One of ours...
So you have no idea what really happened? But...
No one messes with the Wet Boot Boys, Doctor.
And your conscience?
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed.
So you decide who lives and who dies?
Yes, Doctor. Just like that.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes.
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the...
I'll take your word.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude...
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish.
Goodbye.
Pleasure, sir. It's been a while since...
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely...
Good evening.
Good evening.
You remember? Cool. Thank you. What can you...
That's not...
Who?
Sure.
How is...
Well, since...
How could... Doctor... Off. Nice. You're... Goodbye. Good evening.
Whatever.
Don't you...
Don't take it.
Yeah.
I just...
What do you... Don't you...
I'd love...
Why do you...
Mate,
you sound...
that's been...
Is there... What?
Sinister.
No.
Let me...
All right.
If you...
What kind... You love... I'm...
It's okay.
Is there... No.
Let me...
Surely you must have had dreams.
Sure. I wanted things to change.
Do you
No.
Son?
No.
I want to know more about your past.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake.
Do you believe in a bloodless...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor.
I want to know...
I'm still...
Do you...
No.
Goodbye.
I should shut the
I'm losing
turquoise
my
for a
mind.
time.
Evening, Miss.
Well, I know.
I'm much...
Welcome back.
What can you...
People don't...
You look...
This is a...
If you're...
I got...
This...
We get picked.
So this...
Yeah.
You're...
Yeah.
Excuse...
Some in...
I'm...
Knows.
Believe...
If that...
Goodbye, Miss Ca...
You know, it would be nice to see each other outside the pub.
It's a good thing you can. Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that...
I'll leave you. Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that... people...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kings...
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any.
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yeah.
You should be careful, Rufus.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have...
Why do you think she's so
I can't say, sir.
What can you...
It's all about
Have you ever... Why...
They call me...
What do you...
I listen...
Do you...
Top...
What
things...
So long, Rufus. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is...
What can you tell?
A shithole filled with maggots. Like...
Are you thinking...
No.
Is there...
Well...
What's your...
I take care of him.
You see...
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot.
I just want... Goodbye, Mr. Fish.
It's a leech! Fuck his fault! Oh Christ!
It's locked, all right.
Get them weapons ready! Van run! Murdering boss! Watch yourselves! Over there! Where is it? It's one of them vermin! Bloody leech! You're mine!
Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects. I cannot enter. It's locked. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Good evening, madam.
You bet.
I'll leave you then.
Filthy piece of shit! Leech spotted! He's dead! Lively! It's on to us! Ugh!